to start this off, I think it's only right that we have a moment of silence for all New York Knicks fans. I mean, this was supposed to be the summer right here. They finally land a superstar player and get the Knicks back into relevance when it comes to competing in the Eastern Conference. It looked like Donovan Mitchell to the Knicks was a foregone conclusion. He's a New York kid. It all made sense. And then it didn't. New York, you got to wait a little bit longer for that superstar to come in and change your franchise because a deal is done. Donovan Mitchell is heading to the Cleveland Cavaliers in exchange for Colin Sexton, Lauri Markkanen, 3 first-round picks, and 2 pick swaps. That move makes the Cavs legitimate in the Eastern Conference. They will be competing for a top 4 seed in the East, while New York, they'll just hope to make the play-in. We back. One-stop shop, back again for another quick drop. The Donovan Mitchell trade blockbuster deal is finally taking place. He is heading to the Cleveland Cavaliers out of left field. There was like small speakings of the Cavs, but I thought they were just rumors. We've heard Knicks all summer, and we've been hearing the Knicks for every free agent, and the fans, of course, they've been thinking every free agent dating back to LeBron in 2010 when there were fans with the customized 23 Knicks James jersey. Just sad. Let's think about the Knicks' recent history. Last superstar you were able to land was Melo. That didn't go, I wouldn't say it was a failure, but it didn't turn out how you expected. You all still have not seen the Eastern Conference Finals or NBA Finals since 1999. Moving on, though, as far as this trade goes, the Utah Jazz, they've made out well. Danny Ainge is doing what he does best, collecting picks he'll never cash in on. But I do got to give him credit for how he fleeced the Sixers. I mean, you could put that up there on an all-time list. Markelle Fultz, they traded up number 1 to draft him. In exchange, Boston got another first-round pick, fell to number 3 where they drafted Jason Tatum, which was the player who they wanted. Fultz, Tatum. It could have been Simmons, Tatum, and Bede, but they got fleeced, Philly. That's crazy. That's a finesse, though, by Ainge. Top tier, upper echelon. But now that the Utah Jazz are cleaning house, Rudy Gobert is going, Donovan Mitchell going in 2 separate deals. In those 2 deals, Ainge has accumulated 7 first-round draft picks, 3 pick swaps. So he's just doing business as usual. I got to shout out Colin Sexton, who was in that deal. I'm from the land, and he put on for the city when we had nothing. You got to respect a player with his type of tenacity, ferocity. He got that dog in him. He got his deal, 4 years, $74 million. Utah is the best situation for him. It's going to be nobody in his way. He can do his thing, prove his worth, maybe go somewhere else, or they can build around him possibly. Who knows? But in Cleveland, with Garland's emergence and the potential of Mobley, it was never going to work for Colin Sexton. And with his skill set and what he sees for his career, he definitely has more value than a bench player. So in Utah, by himself for the most part, I think is where he should be. But let's get into Cleveland, the Cavaliers, because this is a big deal for that franchise. They never land top stars in the NBA via free agency outside of LeBron. And when LeBron left for the Lakers, it was pretty bleak when Colin Sexton is what came to fruition from the Kyrie trade. So I think we need to give Koby Altman his credit as one of the top GMs in the league. He drafted Darius Garland, who proved himself to be an all-star last season. He drafted Evan Mobley, who had a hell of a rookie season. Paired him with Jared Allen, who was an all-star last year. Don't forget, the Cavs were the surprise package for the most part of the regular season, like 2/3 of the season till the injury bug bit them good. They were top 4 in the East, and they looked like they were poised to finish there. They ended up in the play-in, lost to Atlanta, lost to Brooklyn before that as well, so they didn't make the playoffs. But the Cavs had a hell of a season last year, a surprise season last year, and now you add Donovan Mitchell to that same core. I mean, we talking about a front court of Evan Mobley and Jared Allen with a backcourt of Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell. All have the potential to be all-stars for years to come in the Eastern Conference. This nucleus is built to contend in the Eastern Conference for years to come, all under 27 years old. I mean, ain't none of them in their prime. The oldest is Donovan Mitchell at 25. That's a hell of a GM job by Koby Altman to even land Donovan Mitchell, a superstar, a player who has his own brand, shoe deal with Adidas, on the Cleveland Cavaliers. Not only that, the nucleus he built prior to even adding Mitchell was impressive. Now this team is built to contend for years to come. So let's look at this upcoming season. Now, I'm realistic. I don't see them necessarily competing for a title next season, but they will be fighting for a top 4 seed in the East. You got Milwaukee and Boston. If I'm ranking them in tiers, Milwaukee, Boston, A and B. And then I have the Cavs right there in the second tier. Philly's probably a little bit better, but I probably would put the Cavs above Miami right now. But just think about it. Next season, the Cavaliers are going to be a relevant NBA franchise and for the foreseeable future without LeBron James even being on that roster.